Holy Communion. A couple announcements for this week. I have to say, I am so proud to be your rector in these days. I've heard from a number of you who are volunteering, who are reaching out, who are taking care of one another. You're connecting. You're finding ways to connect with us in our evening and Wednesday 11 o'clock small group meetings over Zoom. Many of you are worshiping with us live and joining us afterwards for virtual coffee hour. It means so much to be church in these days, in these difficult days, and I'm just so grateful. I was also really happy to see Rudy Waltz's face as he stopped by the office quickly to wave after volunteering with university schools to make sure that kids who otherwise are supported by the lunch program still received food while the schools were closed. I know he's one of many volunteers who are helping take care of the needs of the most vulnerable right now. I want to say a couple words about staying connected. If you haven't yet joined us for one of those evening groups or for virtual coffee hour, we hope you'll do that this week. I've been really impressed how authentic that connection can feel, even though it is physically distant. I also want to say a word about Holy Week. Part of what makes Holy Week so special is participation. The number of musicians and readers and ushers and all of the folks that make worship happen here. We've been missing them as we've been streaming live. And so I'm excited to say that for our live streams during Holy Week, we're going to ask folks to participate. We're going to ask folks to read readings by videoing themselves with their phone or with their camera doing a reading, and then we're going to ask you to email it into the church so that we can incorporate it in our worship stream. Likewise, we're going to be recruiting musicians who can record themselves at home and that we can weave into our worship. Mary will be reaching out to some folks directly, but if you'd like to contribute, please reach out to us. We really want to have as wide a swath of the congregation participating in Holy Week as we possibly can. We heard from the bishop this week that our moratorium on worshiping together is set for the foreseeable future. And that's hard. I will say it's going to be a very different kind of Holy Week. We're working on ways to connect with each other. We'll be altering the liturgies quite a bit. But we are going to ask you to still mark the holy days ahead with us. Mark them and help us to celebrate the good news that death does not have the last word. Hopelessness does not have the last word. Life has the last word. Love has the last word. Be with us in the days ahead. And thank you for all of the ways you are taking care of one another.